Salutations, friends. It is I, said Stevie, and today we're taking a closer look at two Arno Bernard knives. These are knives that were lent into me by Revolving Blades. I've had them for a couple of weeks. Definitely need to get them back to them. I've been slacking a little bit, and for that I apologize. But first one we'll be taking a look at is the iMamba flipper. And then we have the Squirrel fixed blade here. Both come in Mammoth Molar scales, titanium with Mammoth Molar inlays, and then all Mammoth Molar here. These knives are absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at the Squirrel fixed blade first. So it comes in this pretty nice ostrich skin leather sheath. It's set up for belt carry, obviously. It's got it's a nice sheath. You can tell they did a really detailed, intricate work on it. I've never seen ostrich skin before or ostrich leather, but pretty nice. Good retention on that there. Here is a look at the card of authenticity. So you can see, and I did read, it's in their Bush Baby series. Model number is 54130V, and the blade steel on this is N690. As far as just a small little EDC fixed blade goes, this thing is really nice. Now, I would like to see some jimping on it, but this is, it's very comfortable. I don't get a full four on it, but the way I'm able to lock in, even with my pinky dangling off, the way they have the handle molded there, it locks in, and this would be a really good, I think, carry option. Except for the fact that, and this guy is currently sold out, it's coming in at $369. So this would not be a knife that I think that I would purchase to carry every day as a fixed blade. I would just feel like I'm constantly trying to take care of it when I would want to put this through task. But it's absolutely gorgeous. Taking a look at some specs on there, you have an overall length of 5.75 for a blade length of 2.65. And as I mentioned, the blade steel is N690. But it's freaking molar, mammoth molar. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I would say it's the nicest scale material I've ever seen. I really, really like this. I doesn't say what the liners are, but it looks like it's probably G10 on the liners, I assume. And then you got runs the full length of the full tang. I don't know my lingos very well, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this it's very comfortable, very ergonomic, and I really dig it. Next, as I showed earlier, this is the iMamba flipper. Um, Detent on it is a little light, I gotta say. You definitely got to give it some gas. And I believe that this is rating on washers. I did not open this up. I didn't want to do anything to it. But man, it's absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to have one of these in my collection. Here's a look at the card of authenticity for this. The iMamba model 8213 in Mammoth Molar as well. And the blade steel on this is something that's new to me. RWL34. I think you see this steel on a lot of higher end customs. And although this is not a custom by any means, I think that this would fall into a kind of like a mid tech range. So it is a production knife, but I think these are all definitely small batch, hand assembled, hand finished, satin finish on the blade. Looking at some specs on this guy. So I guess let's get the price point addressed as well. This is an extremely expensive knife. Sold out currently, but they are taking pre-orders. And for this variant here, $749. Yep, $749. You're creeping into Arius territory for that, for sure. But here, I'll leave a link to African Sporting Creations. That's Arno Bernard's retailer for this distributor. But you are looking at a overall length of 7.9 inches, 4.1 inch handle, and a 3.4 inch a deep belly blade. It says so. Extremely expensive. It does have this fuller that you can give it a little flick with if you want. It's cold out, so I think things are not. This has been in my garage overnight, so uh, hasn't really warmed up yet. But I can say I haven't carried this. I have kept it in a pouch when I'm out and about with it. Being that these are not my knives, I don't. I've put it in and out of pocket, but I have not carried it in pocket, just because I do not want any blems to occur on this at all. It is just such a gorgeous knife. It's one of the coolest knives I've handled in a long, long time, and it's really fantastic. Ergos are great. I wish there was a little bit of a choil there, but I guess you don't really need it. You got some good jimping there, good access to the frame lock there with very solid lockup. Easy to disengage. It's extremely smooth. Being that it's riding on washers, um, it's not going to be super drop shut. You're always going to have to give it a little shake. And I really think that this knife would benefit from tuning it a little bit, probably putting a little bit of lubrication on it, and maybe even stropping the washers to make it a little bit more uh, smoother, smoother, a little bit more smooth. But it's got an extremely glassy action to it, completely centered. Um, the no backspacer. I'm surprised that there's no backspacer on this. This knife seems like it should have a backspacer, but very minimalist screws on it. I do like the pivot screw that you're seeing there. Um, I guess let me start looking at the blade. It's a hand satin rub with a stone washed in the fuller. You see AB, the maker's mark there, Arno Bernard, and then that Mammoth Molar inlay is just it's equally as gorgeous as slightly different pattern, but not much. Um, I gotta say, I like the Mammoth Molar pattern on the Squirrel a little bit better. I think it shows off a little bit more, but this is nothing to, it's amazing as is, and I like the way it's shadow boxed with that liner or with the titanium handle. You can toss a lanyard on it. It does not have a reversible pocket clip, but I do like the fact that they hide the pocket clip screws on the underside of the knife. I really, really like it when they do that. And then again, more of the Mammoth Molar and a matching pivot there. It does have a lock bar insert there. You can kind of, sort of see it. But yeah, this is an awesome collection piece. They have like plain Jane ones that I think are going for like 450 that you can get in on their books now. I think they're shipping. It said in sometime late Q1 of 2023. So it's going to be a minute for these. But yeah, I really like the blade shape. I like the jimping that they did. It's in the perfect spot. It's extremely comfortable in hand. So for $750 with what you're getting, as outrageous as that is, if you could afford this, this is an amazing collection piece. And I again, you're into Arius territory. It's hard to compare this to the Arius just because it's an Arius, um, price wise. But again, extremely gorgeous, and I absolutely love this thing. Again, one of the most, I would say, gorgeous, amazing pieces that I've handled, and that's including all the stuff that I've handled at the different blade shows that I went to this year. It's an amazing knife, and I gotta say, shout out to Revolving Blades for trusting me with these and allowing me to check them out. Again, I do apologize. I'll talk to Revolving Blades. I've had them a little bit longer than I would have liked to, but I'm going to get these packaged up and get them sent back to him here either later today or tomorrow. But yeah, what do you guys think? Pretty cool, right? It's freaking Mammoth Molar. It's an extinct animal's molar. It's tooth from a woolly mammoth. That just, I don't know. That blows me away. That you can do that. I know it's not totally uncommon, but it still just blows my mind that it's freaking tooth from a an extinct animal from thousands of years ago. Anywho, that's all I got for you folks. Let me know what you think, and until the next one, I bid you mofos the deuces.